All right, first up, now we all know that we are what we eat. So having a clear plan, accountability, goals, all of that is very critical when it comes to a healthy lifestyle, mindful eating, establishing a positive relationship with food, avoiding guilt and fear. All of that is very important. And here's a company that is ensuring just that. I'm talking about Flax-Healthy Living, which provides healthy meals. Gurmeet Arora is the founder and CEO, and now joining in. Thanks so much for taking time out. And I think this is something that we all really struggle with. We want to have healthy food, but sometimes there's always that perception of, I'm not going to like the taste, it's going to be so boring. But things are really changing. Now, when you have healthy food, it can also be tasty and yummy. And that's what you guys are doing, right?
Right. So Flax was basically started, about 6 years ago, and it was mainly my own reflection of my health. Basically, when I was in the nightlife business of restaurants and nightclubs, and at that time there was something that I was, I had a small health care where I had to look into my blood reports where something was not right in terms of borderline diabetes, borderline cholesterol, and I was asked to eat healthy food, and there was no healthy food available that time. Not readily, not as much as what it is right now. And hence, Flax was curated because I thought maybe this is not just me, and maybe there are other people also which will head to nutrition. And at that time, little did I know nutrition would become a very integral part of everybody's lives. So that was how Flax was born. My main focus, because I come from the restaurant background and because I did a lot of restaurants before Flax, I was very sure that if it's food, if it's healthy, not healthy, doesn't matter. If it's not tasty, no one's going to eat it. And no one's going to eat it again, even if they try it once saying, yeah, it's very healthy. But if there's no recurrence and if there's no memory that one carries with them after they finish a meal, that is not going to be successful if it's not tasty. So that was my main focus, my main area of attention when I was building Flax.
So how critical is it, according to you, in terms of having that accountability and a solid meal plan? And what are some of the healthier ingredients that you're using? Say, for example, instead of cheese, you're using an alternative, or instead of, white bread or white rice. What are the alternatives that you guys are using?
So as when it comes to eating healthy, or when it comes to eating, or having a nice nutrition plan, it's very important to know what is happening with your body. What is your personal goal? One plan doesn't fit all, right? Because everybody is different, everybody comes from a different background, everybody has a different DNA, everybody comes from a different cultural background is different, so their food when they grew up is different. So everything depends on where you're coming from. But the thumb rules of of healthy eating, right? Of nutrition is very simple. It's basically, I always say that watch your plate and not your scale, because what happens is people just watch their scale, and eventually they're worried and they're anxious about the weight loss, and they get so wired into just looking into the scale, they don't watch their plate. So the idea is to never overload the plate. Obviously, I don't mean that this is a uh, like a punishment to anyone. But if you're enjoying out, if you're enjoying, and if you're having your cheat meal, or if you're out, please do what you have to, because at that time there is no point cutting down your cravings and punishing yourself of not eating the food that you enjoy. So, but on a regular basis, on a daily habitual basis, make sure that your plate is not full, plate is not overloaded, and you're not walking out from the table where you're feeling bloated or heavy, or you're burping a lot. Or you should be very mindful of what is on your plate and how much content is there on your plate.
Look at our Indian diet at a time when we're eating out so much. There's so much, added flavors in our food. How is that impacting our lifestyles and our health?
So I think more on the nutrition part, I would like to say mistakes are made with habits where there's nothing wrong in the Indian diet. Obviously, it all depends on choices of how you're eating, what you're eating, and how much are you eating. The frequency of that is very important. So just to give an example, our Indian sabji, roti, rice and curd doesn't have that much protein content. It's it's more on carbohydrates. So I would recommend anyone who's in any diet, even if it's Indian, Western, make sure there is a mix of everything on your plate. There is enough greens, there is enough vegetables, there is enough probiotics like curd, and if there's enough protein on the plate, I think that would be a balanced diet.
So, how much of a role, according to you, does food play in having a balanced diet? Yes, of course, it's important to be physically active. It's important to have your mental well-being on track, not have too much stress. But food plays a big, big role.
Yeah. So once you've made an habit, so I always, if you see, all my answers have one thing in common, that nutrition and habit is they go hand in hand. But once you've inculcated a habit, and once you've achieved that, once in uh, uh, you know uh, out of 7 days, 4 to 5 days, you're eating a balanced diet. And I think once you establish that, then you start enjoying the benefits of nutrition. Then you'll see the differences in your body. Then you'll see there's not excess fat. You're not feeling excess bloating. You're feeling good. The mood is very, elevated, because it's very important to eat right if you want to feel right. If you're eating stuff which is very heavy, taking time to digest, and not even clearing your system, all that will pile up, and your mood will become slow. You'll be more anxious, you'll be more angry, because the body is utilizing all that energy to burn that excessive food that you've eaten, which is not easily digestible. So once in a while is fine, but if if you've made a habit of eating healthy regularly, the benefits of that is that your focus at work will be will be much better. Your energy levels will be much higher. In turn, overall, your day will be more happier. You'll have more control on yourself in terms of making good decisions. You'll have better relationships eventually, because you'll feel good about everything. So when you interact with people, again, you're going to be feeling good about yourself, at least when you're making sure that your habits for nutrition are in place.
And what about you guys at Flax-It-Up? Tell us about how it works. Is it an online-only model? How many, offline spots do you have? How do you plan to grow? How do you plan to scale? What are your financials like?
So at Flax, what we've done is, we have a wide range of main of our USPs are Super Bowls and salads. When we started out, um, we have reached out to about 10 locations right now, 8 in Bombay and 2 in Bangalore. At the moment, we are looking to open more locations. We are scouting at locations, and maybe in the next 3 to 5 years, our goal is to open 100 locations of Flax.
Okay, good to have you on board. Thanks so much for joining in.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.